Hello, fellow campers. Joe Camper here with another video. We're going to be summarizing 3 summer trips that I pitched to my friends. We're going for my buddy's birthday. Good old camper Nate. I'm sure you guys have heard that name before in my previous videos. So I'm going to go over 3 summer trips that I pitched to my friends. And you guys can steal my ideas, no problem. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the parameters. So pretty easy stuff. 4 to 5 nights. We couldn't get more vacation time than that. And I'm sure campers of all ages can relate that it's not always easy to go out to Algonquin. But 4 to 5 nights was the parameters. Decent portaging and paddling. And my buddy said to make it sick. So here's to you. I made it sick. Or anyways. Whoa, but before we get into the video here, classic reminder, our tradition. Don't be a dirtbag in the park. Little reminder to those that are new to it. Usually the veteran campers know this, but always clean up after yourself. Always take care of the park because, we're all caretakers of Algonquin. So make the right decisions out there. Anyways, enough of that tree hugging business, am I right? Let's get into tree hugging. Come on, guys. Anyways, it's not, it's tree hugging. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's encouraged. So I don't know why I said that, but okay. The first trip we're doing is the Rock Lake Loop. Okay, so I've talked about this one a lot. Let's check out the map. So the Rock Lake Loop, a classic. We're going to start off at Rock Lake. Got some good canoe rentals because we still have to rent canoes. I'm not rolling in cash, as the kids would say. So, renting canoes, and we're gonna go from Rock Lake. There's free rentals, all good. Go down to Penn Lake. I'm saving the 3K portage for the end, even though I'll be tired. Okay, whatever. I don't want to do it when I have a bag of wine in the food barrel. I'm sure you guys get it. So we're going from Rock Lake to Penn Lake. Got a small little thing there. Even take some pictures with the falls. Little memory for you and the kids, or whatever. And then you could either stay at Penn Lake here the first night, or go to Welcome Lake. And in Welcome Lake, hello, we got a beach alert. So check it out. We got some beaches. We're gonna post some pictures here. Just also want to give a quick shout out to Algonquin and Beyond for these pictures. None of these pictures are mine. All Algonquin and Beyond. Check out his blog, Instagram, website, campsite reviews. This he's an Algonquin hero that I'll never be. I'm just a guy talking, and he doesn't talk, he does. So he's a doer, not a talker, and the Chill Camper is a talker and not a doer. Anyways, so yeah, check out his stuff. So going back to our trip now. So the great part about this trip is it's really flexible. So, if you wanted to go first night at Penn Lake, you can do that, and then do that big portage and stay the second night at Welcome. My plan was to stay 1 night at Penn, 2 nights at Welcome, then 1 night at Lake Louisa, and kind of do a 2 days of kind of hanging out at Welcome Lake. But this was really flexible. I think the Penn, Welcome, Harry kind of part of the trip, very interchangeable. So whatever your heart desires. I know Harry Lake has some really good beaches as well, so I'll post some pictures here right now. Cool. Very nice. Wow, look at those beaches. Beautiful. And then on the last night, so if you're staying for 5 nights, like Louisa, you could stay 2 nights there. For me, I think I was just going to stay at Lake Louisa for 1 night. So I know the really bad portage there is a little tempting. Let's say in this scenario, I would have stayed a night at Penn, 2 nights at Welcome. And then I would have only stayed for 4 nights in this scenario. So I'd go up to Lake Louisa for the last night, and then kind of hang out during the day, last day, and then take that 3K portage back. But yeah, so when you're getting from Harry to Lake Louisa, that one portage to the right there looks a little tempting because it does steer you towards where you want to go. but I would avoid that. I don't like the black line there. Black lines for the portages mean like they're not regularly maintained, so highly advise against it. So we take the kind of the left portage, not the end of the world. I'd stay for a night, but if you're staying for 5 nights, you could stay at Lake Louisa. Highly recommended for 2 nights. Lake Louisa is beautiful. So I spent a couple nights there. It was fantastic. Alrighty, so trip number 2 on the docket is the Canoe Lake Adventure. This one's a doozy, so let's get into it. Alright, so here are the trip notes. So this is a 5-night trip because it's such a big loop, but it's a really beautiful loop. You see a lot of famous lakes. So here's some just kind of high-level notes about it. There's a little bit of wiggle room, so let's check out the map and I'll tell you all about it. Alright, so our journey starts at Canoe Lake. And so the first night that we're going to Tom Thompson. The reason I picked Tom Thompson is because it is, it's a pretty famous lake. I've never been to it. Usually not a big fan of like the highly congested areas, but if you're gonna do it, now's the time, to stay at Tom Thompson. So whatever. That's why I picked it. And also, there's that big portage there. And again, first night, I know I'm gonna have a bag of wine in my food barrel. So that's 4 liters of liquid. So highly flammable liquid. Also. But anyways, yeah. So there's a huge portage. I don't want to do it with a bag of wine on my back. So. Leave that for the next day. And so the next day, we're going past McIntosh. We're either staying at Misty or Timberwolf. Another, after a 3-quay portage, you could go a little further, down the right there. But, for my trip for 5 nights, I didn't want to rush it. I was going to go to Timberwolf Falls. With the water slides. I was gonna go to Timberwolf Lake, and then that'd be my second night. So 3rd night and 4th night, we're gonna stay at White Trout Lake. You'll see that on the kind of top right of your screen. That's where White Trout Lake is. We'd stay 2 nights there, just because it's a massive lake, especially after going down the Petawawa. So you're going to Timberwolf Lake down the Petawawa. Which could be tricky, could be filled with our good friends, the beavers, with dams and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. It changes year to year. And then you got to go through that grassy base. So all that just sounds a little uncomfortable. And, we need to take a break on the early part of White Trout Lake. And then the second night, I would actually just go to the kind of closer to the next day's kind of journey. So you'd be moving on White Trout Lake, but that's just, again, optional. You could stay at the same campsite. Depending on how fast you go through the Petawawa, you might want to push it a little bit. So, so you got some options there. After that, we're either going to, little auto. Say that 10 times fast. Wow. I gotta stop doing these at like 11:30 p.m. because then I can't pronounce stuff. Let me take a little drink of water, super professional, but you guys get what you pay for. I mean, cheers. Okay, didn't want to do another take. I'm sure you guys understand. So we're going to Little Otter Slide, or even Burnt Island Lake. One of those 3, whatever, last night, and then it's 2-3 hours home from there. Portages aren't too bad from Burnt Island all the way back. You're probably, if you're staying at Little Otter or Otter, there's that 790 portage or whatever somewhere in there. I can't remember the map off the top of my head, but you're looking at 4 hours probably on the next day compared to 3 from Burnt Island. But great options nonetheless. And all right, and finally we have the certified canoe route. We got the stamp, the seal of approval, the executive order. Okay, I've ran out of analogies or whatever, but this is the one that we picked. So this one's really fun. We're starting off at access point 6. Let me get into the details here. Really excited to share this. So we picked this guy because it was one of the most radical trips out of the group. So that really made the Make It Sick camper excited. He's pumped for this. It's got 4 named obstacles, so there's bragging rights on the line. I'm actually terrified to go through some of these portages, but thank goodness I have strong, healthy campers at my side. So they'll help me out. But yeah, so here, let's get into the trip here. So we're starting off at access point 6. There's some really good rentals there. I'm getting the lightest possible canoes, 33 pounds, from the portage store. The crazy part is they don't do deliveries, and usually that's a criteria of mine, but no one else has 33-pound canoes. So I got to portage the canoes early that morning from the portage store to Smoke Lake, 500 meters, they said. So I'm sure they kind of lowballed it, because that's what I would have do as well if I had a customer asking about portages from one access point to the other. So wish us luck. But yeah, we're getting some light canoes, really excited about it. Starting off at access point 6, we're staying at Bunshare first. Or then we're going to Lake Louisa, classic. You know, we couldn't not go to Lake Louisa, it seems. Then we're going to McGarvey, and then Ragged. So that was only for 4 nights. I'm terrified about the size of the mosquitoes that we're going to bump into. There's a little bit of rain that's planned, so we got that also going our way. But what I'm aiming for is a fun trip. You know, we got some tough portages, but nothing we can't handle. There's some really good campsites on Bunshare I'm just going to highlight here. And then Lake Louisa, we'll probably stay at one of these campsites here, because we can't go to the right-hand side, obviously. McGarvey, well, we're kind of only one way to go to McGarvey from Lake Louisa. That makes kind of sense. It shouldn't be a tough day. It should be, 3 hours max. And then once we get to McGarvey, we have an option. We can go take the double devil staircase over here on the left, or we can kind of ditch that and go over here to the right. Still got some portages, but the devil's not involved. So I'll let you know what happens. We got some GoPro footage that's going to be coming out, so I'm really excited about that. Hey, this is the official trip, so I'm really looking forward to it. A little scared because those portages, but I'm sure we'll be fine. If you guys have bumped into those obstacles, let me know. And thank you for watching. I can't believe that, people, relate and connect to the videos. So I'm super happy that people like them. And I appreciate you sticking it out this far, because you're one of the few. So cheers. Cheers to you. Thank you for dealing with my unprofessionalism. Like and subscribe. All that good stuff. And happy trails, guys. Maybe I'll see you out there. Probably not, because I'm anonymous. But okay. Bye-bye. Cheers.